Hey, I have here open QGIS with a point layer of outlets and a linear feature with drainage line. This is where the surface water will flow after a heavy rain event. And my task now is to identify those outlets which are very near these drainage line. And in QGIS you have a select by location tool up here. We can click on this, and if I now want to select all the outlets which intersect the drainage line, I could formulate then this selection like this and click run. Then the result says down here that there are no feature selected. And this may not be surprising, as a line has no width. If a line had a width, it would be a polygon. So no matter how close the point could be the drainage line, if it's just some centimeters away, it will not be selected. So one way to deal with this is then to make a buffer, and here shows a buffer. I've chosen then the distance ½ meter from the drainage line. So this outline here should then be selected if we, instead of having drainage line here, use then the buffer. So the buffer is 1 meter wide and ½ meter from each side of the drainage line. Click run again. This would be part of the selected set, as there is in total 148 of these outlets within the buffered version of the drainage line. I would now show an alternative for this in case you do not like to bother yourself with creating a buffer. So there is also an opportunity here to select within distance. So another tool with some other parameters. And here we can then again set that we should select feature from the outlet point dataset, and by comparing to the feature from the drainage line. And here we can set that we will do this comparison based on a distance measure. By default, this is a bit high, the value here. I'm only interested in those which are within ½ meter from the drainage line. So in case you are having another selection already, you could add this to current selection, or you can select that within the current selection, or you could remove this from the selection you have. But here I want to create a new selection. So I leave this as it is. I click run, and here we also get that there is 148 of these outlets which is within ½ meter distance from a drainage line. So it's the same result